The Joe Rogan Experience.
How was it working with Brian Ortega?
To be honest, mate, he doesn't say much. He doesn't say much. Look, I don't know, like, yeah, I'm a bit over him, to be honest.
Him?
Yeah, just a couple of things, you know what I mean? Like, I just think he's fake. I think he's fake, and I don't believe he's shit. So that's just sort of how it is with me. That's what I think.
When you say fake, like, in what way is he fake?
Oh man, just yeah. Well, I just think, he plays a nice guy, and some of the shit he says, like, I just think it's all bullshit. But yeah, I guess you can watch the show and like sort of see like with little things. But I don't know, just even with a couple of things, like, no, I don't think he's that bad of a guy. Maybe I'm just looking for things to hate on him for.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah, probably. You know what I mean? So I'm just sitting there be like, nah, fuck Brian Ortega, you know what I mean? I'm going to find something to hate him for, but maybe that's what it was. But I mean, like, still, yeah, little things I was just like, yeah. But I mean, like I said, it's not hard to get under his skin. Even me just saying that, I guarantee he's boiling up. So maybe that's going to be strategy for my next fight, because I know how easily he's triggered. So I'm just going to be like, hey, Brian, fuck you. That's it.
When are you guys scheduled to fight? At the end of the series?
Well, yeah. So when it airs, yeah. So from what I'm told, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble saying this. I'm not sure, but I think it's like September, early September.
So you'll be fighting him sometime in September, and that will be in the United States?
Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Nice, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great fight. Like, if you look at the fight on paper, especially after his fight with the Korean Zombie, it's a fun fight to watch. Like,
yeah, no, he definitely looked good in that fight. He surprised me in that fight too. He definitely changed his game a little bit and fought a different fight that I wasn't expecting. But again, I'm confident in my abilities. I just believe I'll be too much. And the beautiful thing about it, I can say what I want, but I get to prove it soon. So, I wish I got to prove it March when I was scheduled to fight, but obviously that didn't happen. But I'll prove that very soon anyway. So it's all good.
It's a special division, man. That 145 is a really special division because there's so much talent there.
Mm-hmm.
It's I think it's hard to say it's between. I think it's between 55 and 45, like the most amount of like real top level talent. But
yeah,
45 is just so filled. Filled with guys.
Yeah, there is, man. There's a lot of guys that are coming. Even some of the guys that are higher in the rankings, like just starting to come up. Like, there's a lot of dangerous guys.
Oh yeah,
and that's a beautiful thing about it. Like, that motivates me. I'm looking forward to it. These are the guys I want. I want these guys that are people. I love being the underdog as well.
Yeah.
Even though I'm champ, you're still gonna have the doubters and all that, and I love that. You know what I mean? I want to be the underdog, and I want them doubters, and I love proving people wrong.
You like being the underdog?
Yeah, I do, man.
But
I really do.
It's got to be hard to be the underdog when you're the fucking champ.
Yeah, it's true. I know, but I mean, I guess I wouldn't say underdog, but I mean the doubters maybe.
Right.
Maybe, yeah, and I use the doubters as fuel.
Right.
So I love again, I love proving them wrong. And mate, if I was an underdog for this fight, well, I don't know if I would be, but I mean, if I was, I would not care one bit. I'd be like, all right, at least I get to make my boys or whoever's betting on me more money. Let's go, you know what I mean? So I'm all good.
Now, you guys were you were scheduled to fight, but then you got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And when you got COVID, when you got tested, initially when you got tested, you didn't feel sick, right?
Before, because we got tested a fair bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing before we went into the bubble, I must have got it from someone or whatever. And then, a few days later, we got tested a couple of times. It didn't pop up. But then we got tested, one of the days. And that was like right at the end of my camp, like, because I went there a bit early for Brad Riddell to corner or be with him because he fought the week before me. So I did my last week of training, hard training, in Vegas after traveling and doing all that. And then I got COVID. Must have had it, trained like hard, we get stuck into it. So I did back-to-back because the schedule got tightened up because we arrived a bit later in the week. So back-to-back really, really solid sessions while I probably had COVID. But I mean, I sort of had started getting headaches and that before. I was like, man, I'm getting headaches. It's Vegas, maybe, just dehydrated and whatnot. But yeah, then I tested positive and then I started getting the symptoms after that.
And when you say like your schedule tightened up, so you guys have a very rigid program that you follow no matter what. Like at this day you're doing this, that day.
Yeah, exactly. So we got a few hard sessions, and when I say hard sessions, they're mind-blowing type of sessions. Like for some people that will watch it, but that's just our schedule, and usually you have good rest in between them. And like that's, you need to have the rest. You want good recovery so you're able to do them, and this camp was beautiful. We did it absolutely. We nailed the camp, man. I was doing some of the hardest sessions, but I was recovering on point. My recovery was on point. I was like, man, like, I'm getting older, but I feel like the camp's getting easier. Like, how's that happening right now? But that that week got tightened up. So I ended up doing a couple of these really, really high loaded sessions. They end up being like back to back, where usually I would have like high, low session, high, low session.
What was the
like
decision? What made the decision to do high back to back? To back?
Just again, it was just more the fact that we just needed to do a couple. I still don't think it was that, but I felt fine. Like while I was doing that, like I didn't think nothing of it. But I'm just because I end up getting pretty rattled from the COVID. That's why I was like, man, like it maybe my immune system was down at the end of camp, obviously dieting and all that type of stuff. But I felt fine. But I'm pretty sure I started feeling some of the symptoms before I was getting into them hard sessions as well.
Yeah, all the fighters that I know that got it bad, it was all the same sort of situation when they were in camp, really beaten up. Like Cody Garbrandt, same thing with Cody had COVID for probably weeks and was training with it before he even got tested. And then they're like, bro, you got COVID. And he's like, oh, well, that explains a lot. And then, he was pretty fucked up for a few months. But he had trained, real hard.
That's obviously going to, play a big factor. And the thing is, like, you hear it, and then you hear, like, the hazmat, sort of situations, Cody Garbrandt. So, like, we wanted to keep an eye on it, but you know what I mean? And that's why we got it. And then they end up finding, you got the pneumonia. And then, then the symptoms, I felt the symptoms a fair bit. But then I got that pneumonia, and then like the sort of the infection just started getting a little bit worse. So I ended up getting, coughing up like pinky bloody sort of stuff, and then the blood just got more and more. So then we went back, and that's when they got me on the medication, and because I was like coughing up blood.
And all told, how long were you sick for?
Probably would have been maybe 10 days or something, maybe 10 days. Like 7 to 10 days.
Did they do IV vitamins or anything like that?
Once I was in the hospital, they were doing that. Yeah. But I mean, as soon as I got on the medication, for dexamethasone, I just improvements like straight away. But right now, obviously, I've got Ortega to worry about and watch this season and everyone can watch me stir him up and give him shit. So.
What is the pressure like of hanging out with a guy that you're going to fight for 5 weeks? You're just hanging out day in, day out, seeing each other all the time.
Well, we talk about it. I was talking about how I adjust and adapt to things that in front of me, even in the fight. I'm just like that 24/7. You know what I mean? I'm the type of guy that whatever I'm doing, that's it. I'm me. I forget I'm a fucking UFC champ. I forget I'm even a fighter half the time. You know what I mean? Because once I'm home, I'm daddy. That's it, and that's all. Right. But that's how I am. But I went in there and I just knew I run a reality TV show. He's going to be there, whatever. But it was funny because again, you're trying to get reads on him and things like that. But again, I just think he's fucking awkward. He's an awkward dude. Hey, what do you reckon? What did you get out of it?
Yeah, that's for sure. He definitely wasn't a fan of me by the end of the show.
Really?
Actually, he almost got fired for one of the pranks I played on him, but we weren't allowed to. What was it?
You almost got fired, or he almost got fired?
I almost got fired for it.
Which one was
really?
That? Was that the?
That was the we had to take 5 COVID tests a week. So obviously there's pranks on the show. This won't make the TV show anyway, but I did pretend to put his COVID test up my ass. The mouth swab. It was a dream. It didn't really happen, but
so we're pretending to piss on his his signs and all that. We've got photos of us like just stirring up again, a bit of laugh, a bit of banter, but we know how he carries on. There was a photo that he put. You put it up, didn't you? Of the keys.
Yeah, we pretended to take his car.
We just had a photo of the keys and. Supposedly he had the shits and he was like, oh, I'll fucking fight Craig. I'm like, I'm in the photo too. Why aren't you saying you'll fucking fight me?
Yeah, he's like, if he touches the car, we'll fight him.
But I mean, again, whether he was just going along with it or whatever it was, or he's just easily triggered, I don't know. But we started realizing that, so we just started playing on that a fair bit. And hey, knowing that he's easily triggered, that might be a route to this next fight as well.
What happened with the COVID test swab? You took a photo pretending that you were sticking up your ass?
Can we get this up? Or
yeah, airdrop it to Jamie.
Get the photo of us pissing as well. You got the one of
you guys are grown men. Get the photo of us pissing. Yeah. And the thing with me with the thing up my ass. Yeah. Get that.
Mac Pro, Jamie.
Yep. No, MVP.
There it is. Something happened.
Right. I can't.
But again, just have a bit of a laugh, you know what I mean?
Can you get out of that one, or should
it's on the wrong computer?
Send it to the other one.
I got this one.
I mean, it's pretty lighthearted, I wouldn't really stick his oral COVID swab up my ass.
How could you even get a hold of it? I mean, isn't that stuff controlled? That's what I don't understand. Where the fuck is the nurse?
Well, I just waited till the nurse had to go to the bathroom,
Swab. There it goes. Oh, my God.
Yeah, they
Look at that
actually,
cheeky smirk too, eh?
they actually almost fired me for this one, so I probably crossed the line a little too much.
But
Now,
hey,
when you said
remember,
they
this is a
almost
different
fired
swab,
you-
just in case you do still
Yeah,
get in
this
trouble.
is fake, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a joke.
Allegedly. It might have been a flavored test. You never know.
LOL. So what did they say to you?
Well, I mean, I did have some ideas for some COVID pranks because obviously we're trying to get them. But they did tell me because they spent so much money on COVID testing, they were like, "That's a line we can't cross." But I just couldn't resist.
But Craig did it anyway.
It was just sitting.
But yeah, that's probably not on the film. Eh?
All our tests were sitting in the same section.
Yeah, I get it. Listen, makes sense to me. You got to do what you got to do. But it's part of the fun of the show, right? It's fucking with everybody.
Yeah,
Exactly,
exactly.
yeah.
The whole there's pranks and
I mean, you'll
stuff like
see, yeah.
shits through each other and
And the more
it's-
conflict there is, the better the ratings are, the better the show does, better it is for everybody when you guys have a big fight.
mm-hmm.
Catch new episodes of The Joe Rogan Experience for free only on Spotify. Watch back catalog JRE videos on Spotify, including clips. Easily, seamlessly switch between video and audio experience. On Spotify, you can listen to the JRE in the background while using other apps and can download episodes to save on data cost, all for free. Spotify is absolutely free. You don't have to have a premium account to watch new JRE episodes. You just need to search for the JRE on your Spotify app. Go to Spotify now to get this full episode of the Joe Rogan Experience.